This is One on One.
This ain't about brave, this ain't about tough, and wanting it bad ain't good enough. 'Cause everyone knows there won't be a chance in hell I'll win. I know where I'm from, I know who I am, but something in me don't give a damn. See it through, keep on standing.
There she is, Margot Seibert, who plays Adrienne in the play Rocky, the musical. And you had 9 auditions before
did.
they said yes. You are Adrienne. How
Yes.
persistent are you? I love that.
Thank you. Very, very persistent. I'd like to
Yeah,
think.
and talented.
Thank
and
you.
this is big. Now, give me the setup here. So you had performed before, but this is
Mm-hmm.
your Broadway debut.
It is. Yeah, it's my second show in New York City, which is very exciting. I moved here from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
in 2010.
Okay.
So I was hopping around doing regional shows, some in Chicago,
Right.
Jersey, and working a lot of side jobs,
Got it. Trying to, stay in the game.
a little babysitting.
Okay, but
little
hold on.
temp work.
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
true?
yeah.
Is it true?
Tell me.
That you get the call. Hey, you know where I'm going.
No.
You get the call to confirm that you're in Rocky the Musical
Yeah.
while you are babysitting? Mm-hmm. No, come on. That's too
Yeah,
good. You can't make this stuff up.
absolutely.
Set it
Yeah.
up. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm babysitting in Park Slope, land of happy
Brooklyn.
families, Brooklyn, and I'm babysitting, and I get the call from our director who says, the official call is coming on Monday, but I wanted to let you know tonight. I was super excited, but the baby was sleeping, so I didn't shout for joy or anything. I called my mom and kind of whispered in the closet, like, it's happening, Mom. So it was super thrilling.
Did you always want to be on Broadway?
I always wanted to be telling stories. I always wanted to be performing. I always wanted to be singing. Everyone told me from like middle school on it was going to be Broadway, and I kind of was like, maybe, we'll see. And then slowly but surely, I think it was kind of a confidence game for me. I needed to have enough confidence to know that I could make it in New York City, the most incredible and most intimidating place
That's
of
right.
all. And about 4 years ago, I finally said, okay, it's time. And when I got here, the auditions, it just started to be like Broadway's calling. Let's see if I can make this happen.
Describe the team that has put Rocky the Musical together.
So cool. I mean, I think a lot of people, when they hear Rocky the Musical, are a little skeptical about it. They think like, it's going to be dancing boxers, like what's going to happen? But when you have a team that's, Lynn Aron, Stephen Flaherty, Alex Timbers, Tom Meehan, amazing group of people. And then you add Kelly Devine for choreography and Stephen Hoggett for fight choreography.
These people have great credentials.
Amazing credentials. And I had actually performed in some of their musicals when I was very young, Lynn and Steve in particular.
Name them so people know. Give some context.
They wrote Once on This Island. They wrote Ragtime, the musical. They wrote Seussical, the musical.
That gives context. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And Alex's work, I had seen his Peter and the Starcatcher, and I loved his work. Tom Meehan wrote Annie and Hairspray. Not a bad crew to work with.
Right.
And they've been so generous with us. I think generous too, letting an unknown, somebody who walked in and said, "Okay, here I am," give me a shot at this role, which I think actually really complements the Rocky underdog story.
Well, so is Adrienne. I mean, you think
Yeah,
about,
absolutely.
And by the way, who plays Rocky?
His name is Andy Carl.
What kind of guy is he?
He is a peach.
He's a peach.
He's a peach.
We don't hear that in the New York area that
No?
often.
Well, here it is. I'm bringing it back.
He's
He's a peach.
A peach is?
He's incredible.
He's a great person.
He's a great person. He's such a hard worker. I mean, the amount of punches that guy takes every night, over and over again. And I know I'm always in good hands whenever we're on stage together.
That's interesting because my dentist, you know who you are, Vinny Castellano, he went to see
Vinny.
it, right? In previews.
Yeah.
And he told me he was in the first
He was in the Golden Circle.
That's what he called it, the Golden Circle. He said, so he was in a certain row, which made him, he was right down there, because you get on the stage if you're in the Golden Circle.
You do.
Tell folks, you get on the stage, so you're right.
I cannot. I can only tell you so much.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because I don't want to give away.
I shouldn't say anything.
No, it's all right. They're fantastic seats. If you have the opportunity for, you want to participate.
You get, okay, that's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
He said it was fabulous.
It's-
He said it was so, and he was a big Rocky fan for the movie, and he was skeptical, and he said, blew me away.
That's the incredible thing. Actually, somebody on our team said, it's amazing that you can go to see Rocky and the men's line at the bathroom is twice as long as the women's. Because you think like, who's gonna come? Maybe guys don't want to see that. Maybe ladies won't be able to bring their husbands, but they are. And the guys, Alex has done this beautiful thing where it's somewhere between. It's a beautiful piece of theater and a spectacle and a sporting event.
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe what your dentist.
Yeah, Vinny loves that. But I'm curious about this. When you first saw Rocky, okay, and you were not born when Rocky was made.
True.
Right? Shocking to you, but I was. Stop laughing so hard. So here's the deal. When you see Rocky for the first time, and you see Adrian, and Paulie, Burt Young, the great Burt Young, right?
Yeah.
Her brother. What's your sense of Adrian when you see the movie?
I thought it was so heartbreaking.
The hat, the wool hat.
Yeah. And like the beautiful work that Sylvester Stallone and that Talia Shire do in those scenes. It's so simple and so quiet.
Did it help you?
Oh yeah, it did. I waited to watch the movie for a while. I did. I had seen clips of it. Of course, I know it's this amazing, iconic film. But when I had the first audition, I didn't want to copy. I really was able to trust how simple and beautiful that script is.
Is it, by the way, for those of us who have no idea what that is like, the script, do you deviate at all, or?
No, I mean, the interesting thing is that, Sylvester Stallone wrote this movie, and Tom Meehan was brought on in this project to co-write the book, or co-write the musical.
Right.
So there are changes from the movie, but it's also very true to the movie. I mean, specifically for Adrian's character, her character is expanded a bit. You get to kind of...
It has.
Yeah, in the
role
musical.
has expanded.
That amazing scene where, Rocky comes to the bedroom. Paulie has just kind of destroyed Christmas.
Yeah, because Paulie got a little drunk and he threw the bird out the window.
He threw the bird out the window. He ruins every holiday. So Christmas, he comes home. He's very upset. Kind of bashes everything in. She goes to the bedroom and she says to Rocky, "You want a roommate?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you see, instead of just that one moment in our show, we kind of have an expanded scene, and you see how Adrian interacts with Paulie in that moment, and she tells him off.
And what she never did in the movie. Can I just ask you just one thing? If you're giving away too much, don't.
Yeah.
The scene in the movie where Rocky's explaining to her about gaps. I got gaps. You got gaps. Together we fill gaps. When he's trying to explain to her their love, his simple.
That may not be in this version, but who knows? There's still time.
I'm still going to see it.
Yeah, please.
Margot Seibert. She plays the great Adrian in the musical Rocky. Tell folks where they can see it.
At the Winter Garden Theater on Broadway.
The Winter Garden Theater on Broadway. It is pretty true to the movie, but it takes some different turns. And Adrian has a bigger role, which is even better. And we're so happy for you.
Thank you
and this
so
is
much.
your Broadway
It's a thrill.
debut, and we
It's a
wish you
thrill.
nothing but the best.
Thank you.
One on One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System. This special edition of One on One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Holy Name Medical Center in Teaneck, New Jersey, NJIT, New Jersey Natural Gas, MagnaCare, Sun National Bank, the New Jersey Education Association, and by the Russell Berry Foundation. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One on One with Steve Adubato has been made possible in part by Activists and the American Medicine Chest Challenge.